Welcome back. Now that you've decided on a business structure, it's time to iron out a few more details involved in building a solid foundation for your business. In this lesson, we'll talk about researching your state's business requirements, creating an employer ID number, setting up a business bank account, and understanding the right way to accept payments from your customers. First, let's talk about how you can research your state's business requirements. Every state has different rules, especially when it comes to things like sales tax and registration requirements. Because of this, you really need to be careful taking advice from people in Facebook groups or online forums. Always start by visiting your state's Department of Revenue page or Secretary of State's page. Many states have getting started guides for small business owners that lay out step by step what you need to do to meet requirements in your state. We'll talk about sales tax, one of the trickier topics, in Lesson 3. Also, one thing I want to mention, if you ever need clarification on a state tax situation or application, don't be scared to just give them a call. The next thing you'll want to think about is creating an employer ID number. The only people who won't need an employer ID number or EIN are sole proprietors who don't plan to hire employees or contractors and don't plan to make sales of services over $600 to another business owner. Any other business structure will definitely want to sign up for an EIN. You can go to irs.gov and create a free EIN in just minutes. Make sure that you don't use a website that asks you to pay to create an EIN. Some may be scams, and you can get the same result for free by using the IRS website. The next topic we need to discuss is setting up a separate business bank account. Usually, bank accounts are free or have a low monthly cost. Having a separate business bank account will save you so many headaches because you won't have to sift through personal and business purchases when doing your bookkeeping. This is a must. Here's a pro tip for you. Call your bank before heading that way to ask exactly what documents, IDs, and numbers you may need to have with you. All right, the last order of business in today's lesson is understanding why you should not be using Venmo or PayPal friends and family. Notice I didn't say whether or not you should, but that you definitely should not. I know that using them seems like an easy way to avoid fees, but it's not worth the risks. Both of these services have terms of service that clearly states they should not be used for business. If you do, your account could be locked for violating those terms. These services could also lead you to be the victim of a scam. If you're using a bookkeeping software, you won't be able to find transaction details that you need. Instead, build the cost of credit card processing into your price for all customers. This is a part of knowing your worth and knowing the worth of the services or goods you provide. So now that we've discussed the goals for today's lesson, it's checklist time. At the end of your guide, you'll find this awesome checklist. You can walk through each of the steps and write down your business decisions. Once that's done, we'll move on to the next lesson, which you have access to now. Lesson 2 is all about creating a usable bookkeeping system, including setup, organization of receipts and statements, and categorizing transactions and monthly reconciliations.